The pension issue, I've been asking candidates running for governor, both sides of the aisle, the pension crisis, massive problem in terms of public employees, state employees are going to be retiring. Money is not going to be in place. If you were governor, what would your solution be to put the money in place?
Not all hard problems need a complex and hard solution. There's a very simple solution here, I believe. First and foremost, anyone with less than 10 years in the system goes into a cash balance plan. That was a recommendation of the Tom Byrne Commission. Tom Byrne's a Democrat, a prominent Democrat.
Former chair of the state Democratic Party.
Yes. All new hires go into a 401k. And all retirees, current and future, if pension plus Social Security is more than $50,000 a year, on a sliding scale, they begin to contribute to the post-retirement health care benefit, which is breaking us. We pay for that on a cash basis. That will free up a lot of money. It makes the pension expense less and gives us more cash to put in. That will point the pension towards solvency. I've done pension and profit sharing plan accounting. I have a pension plan at my company of 20 employees.
But see, here's the thing. We've had candidates, particularly on the Democratic side of the aisle, who we've talked to, and we'll talk to them as well, and I know what they've said publicly. You cannot and should not be touching public employees, that they have done their part. They have done their share. It is the state of New Jersey. The state of New Jersey, folks, has a responsibility to put their share in. I believe in 2011, there was an agreement reached, a compromise between Republican Governor Chris Christie and the Democrats. Steve Sweeney, the president of the Senate and Assembly Speaker at the time, Vincent Prieto, or I believe it was Sheila Oliver at the time, the Assembly Speaker, that they agreed that the state would do certain things. And many people say it's the state who's not doing their part. And why would you be talking about state employees doing more when some say they've done enough?
For three reasons. One, the cost of the post-retirement health care benefit is 10 times more expensive than it was 15 years ago. Two, people living in their 80s and 90s, the math doesn't work. You don't even need a college or high school degree to know that the math doesn't work. And last, take my mother, for example, 85 years old, collects my father's pension, 38 years on the line for public service, her pension, 33 years on the line for public service, for Johnson & Johnson, rather, and her Social Security check. Those three checks add up to $26,000 a year. My mother has Medicare Part B deducted from her Social Security check every single month, $109. Our retirees in New Jersey are contributing nothing to the post-retirement health care benefit. Things have changed. And the best way to solve the pension is by us coming together with this realization that things have changed.
But I'm going to press this a little bit further, Assemblyman. What would you say to state employees who said you are changing a contract, an agreement that was set in stone, set in place, and you don't change a contract because a contract is a contract?
When any one of my 4 children were born, if I signed a contract that day and said, you'll be able to go to any college you want, and somewhere along the line I was downsized, or maybe I catastrophically died and my wife had to support the 4 children on her own, at 18, we'd have to change the contract, wouldn't we? Because circumstances change. What has happened dramatically over the past 20 years is this. The cost of health care has skyrocketed. People are living in their 80s and 90s, and what we have in the public sector is not on par with what goes on in the private sector, and my 84-year-old mother is the perfect example.
Should the state contribute more than it has? Governor Christie, in his budget address recently, $2.5 billion that the governor has committed in fiscal 2018. That is one of the largest annual contributions that the state has made to the pension fund. That is a lot of money out of a budget of $35 billion. Is that the wrong thing to do?
It is the right thing to do, but we need to do more. So the answer to your question is yes, we should contribute more. My plan lowers the expense and increases the contribution, and that's how you point it towards solvency.
Talk about school funding.
My favorite